few weeks ago, I had to shoot a podcast for a friend of mine, and it was on location. He usually has a setup at his place where he shoots his stuff, but for some reason, this one the guest could not make it, so he decided to go on location. So we went on location. It was his business, and yeah, I wanted to break down the setup, the cameras that I used. It was a 3 camera setups. So let's break down what I did and what I would do differently if I had to do it over again. Because yeah, there's definitely stuff that I would have done differently if I had the time. And as you can see right here, it's a very small place. It's a pet grooming business that he just bought. And yeah, as you can see right here, let me go back. That's my friend right here. And as you can see, I have this, which is the Canon EOS R, the original EOS R. And over there, I have, hold on, are we going back? Are we going on it? Yes. So that's my settings right here. And this is the Canon C200. You guys know I'm using the Canon C200 and I love it. And for where I'm at right now, it's pretty good. And that's the light that I use. Hold on, let me go back so you can see the third camera. You might have missed it right here. This is it right here. This is the Canon R50V with a 50mm 51.4 on it. And on the EOS R, I have the 35 1.8 on it, 35 RF. And here I got the 17 to 50, I believe 17 to 55 or 50, the Canon. And as for light, this is my Godox Littman, I think it's Littman, right? Or Lighton 200D, going through this right here. It's a 45, or not 45, it's a 25 inch, but it's a square. And these were my microphones. I used the what's the name of it? Man, I don't remember the name of it. I'll let you guys know later when I get it. And here, this is my other light. This is the this is the GVM 300B, shooting through this. So this key light is shooting through here for that person, and this key light is his key light. Yeah, we're gonna go into it. So yeah, that was the setup. It was very small place. I had to use those blankets on the floor so I could have a better sound. And right here, if you guys look right here in this corner right here, they had a fan blowing. Man, that was a very loud fan. There's a door, and behind this door there's a room. That's where the grooming is happening. We had a dog in there at the time that we were filming as well. So that was the setup. Let's see how it turned out. And this right here is the EOS R original. I call it original. Yeah, this is shooting C-Log 3. And the lighting was not supposed to be dramatic. It was supposed to feel like a natural light, even though I had no source whatsoever that was coming, natural source that was coming from this side of things. But I had to light them up from this because it was too far away from the window over there. And you can see in his eyes, that's the catch light. Let me remove that, too big. You can see you got a catch light on here, pretty nice. And on the other eye, you got 2 catch lights. One is from the key, and one is from the other key. The other key that's for the host. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with this, of how this came out. As I said, it was a very small place. I'm fine with how this one came out. But here's what I would do differently for this specific shot right here. Let me go ahead and do this, because this was the window in the back. Okay, blown out. There was nothing interesting in the back, and so I didn't care about it. But his exposure is lower. He's too low when it comes, because if you look at him, he's got a better exposure. There's a better exposure on his skin, whereas him, he's more into a shadow, so he's got less exposure. So instead of me using, hold on, where it's at, I should have used the 300B on the other side instead of using the 200D for him, because him is getting some exposure from the sun that's coming from the window over here. It's getting a little bit, so he didn't really need the 300. I should have put the 200D on the other side. I should have put this one right here instead, and use the 300B right here instead. That way I would have more exposure on him. That's something I would have done differently. And the other thing that I would have done differently as well is, if you look at here, there's a crazy hot spot, man. That's a crazy hot spot going on this side. It's because the key light that's over here is shooting through his head and going to him. That's what's catching on his head right now. And what I would do differently, if I had to do it over again, I would add a block here. I would block it here, you know, and that way this wouldn't happen. If I had to block the light, the key light, if I had a blocker here, we wouldn't have this spotlight on his forehead, which is very nasty. That's, yeah, it's not good. Not good at all. But yeah, that's what I would have done differently when it comes to this specifically. And let's see, I believe I have a wide shot. Okay, here you guys can see on a wide shot, he is obviously exposed better than him, because he's getting two sources of light. Hold on, go right here. Yeah, because he's getting two sources of light. He's got the key light that's pushing here, and that window also is pushing some to lift him up a little bit. So that's why he's better exposed than the host. Unfortunately, I should have put the 300 here and the 200 here, because obviously he needs less light and he needs more because he's being backlit as well. So that's something that I should have done, and that I would have done differently if I had to do it over again. And the other thing is, since we had a very small place to work with, I didn't worry about no spilling, even though I used the grid to try to concentrate the light more, so I could I thought I was gonna avoid the bald spot right here. Here you can't see it that much, but when we switch to his perspective, his frame, now yeah, you see it clearly. It's very, very bright. Yeah. I believe it came out pretty good. It was a short notice as well, and I had no time to check out the location. I had no time to check out the location, so I didn't even know what I was walking into until I stepped in there. But well, actually, he did send me the host sent me a picture, but you know, it's not you can't really tell when you get you can't really tell the size of the place in the picture. But I had to figure it out the moment I had in there, and you can see that I'm shooting to the corner right here. I had to move everything around. If you look at this picture, hold on, this right here, this is supposed to be the background, but I had to switch him, move him over, so I could place my camera right here and shoot to the corner over there. At the end of the day, it came out really good, but definitely there's a lot of room for improvement. That's
4 days went by and I had like 8 approvals for me to go and speak. And I was like, hey, so what if we did one a week? And she was like, okay, go for it. And my wife is really
you can see and hear as well. I had to fight with the sound, man, because we had the fan going on. I had to kill the fan, and we had the dog in the back. I had to kill the fan, and we had the dog in the back. They were grooming. You could hear I don't know how you call it, the thing that you use to groom the animals with, but you could hear that noise going on in the back, and also the vacuum going on in the back. So I had to really fight this, and the moving blankets, they helped a lot as well, guys.
if you can get a partner, for those who don't, you can find a partner that believes in your dream more than you believe in your dream, him or her, ask them to marry you. Even if you are the woman asking the man to marry you, ask him to marry you.
Yeah, so you can have an understanding of how the sound was, and yeah, it was pretty good. At the end of the day, we are learning. At the end of the day, we're still learning, and so I feel like it was pretty good for what I had to work with. Even though I would have done something different, totally different, if I had the time to do it over again. I would definitely block the side of the host so we could eliminate this hotspot that he has on his forehead, and I would have used the 300B for his key light because he's being backlit, and the 200 I would have used for the guest. And yeah, these are the things that I would have done differently. If you have any ideas, if you have any comment, please drop it down below. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.